So this is a warrior's guide to live in peace and happiness, love and wisdom. So what we do in this 60-minute session, so in 60-minute session I'll talk about 5 to 10 minutes about the principles of Eastern wisdom, and after that we do practice. After the practice we'll share our experiences. Why you share your experiences? So that we discuss whether we are progressing, what are the bottlenecks, what are the helpers and the barriers. I'll also take the class like this. Yes, my friend, where is this? Don't remove that. Drop the past. So this Eastern wisdom is 6,000 years old. We have 3,000 teachers and 3,000 texts. The goal of the Eastern wisdom is to discover the self, the real self, the subjective reality. The goal of the science is to discover the nature, the material world. So in Eastern wisdom we say the material world is the non-self. In Eastern wisdom, the true nature inside, we say it is a real self. Find out which one is most suitable to you to help you to live in peace and happiness. The material world gives you pleasure. Pleasure is important, is necessary, but pleasure is not the end of life. So Eastern wisdom says that real self is of the nature of inner peace and happiness. Very good. So inner peace and happiness, we don't worry, the noise is coming out. We should be intoxicated, I already told you, in peace and happiness, then the life changes. Who cares? No noise is coming, let it come, Someone fights with you, but you don't fight. Come on. That is the key. And the moment you are aware of that moment, the transformation begins. Smile on the face, just. Yoga teacher should have a bigger smile. Come on. I will not leave you until you live into that peace. So, coming back, that Eastern wisdom explores and discovers where is the peace inside. So what happens? That pleasure is replaced by inner peace and happiness, because pleasure is short-lived and pleasure replaced by pain if we don't discover our true nature. So the entire recovery from anxiety, from stress, from even any kind of addiction is to find your true nature. One of the greatest principles. So in one tradition we talk about kunda. Well, you are a yoga teacher, so I teach from the teachings of the great masters. Why? I don't know anything. I'm very happy with that. Otherwise you are stressed. How dares you? I know much more than you. I don't know anything. I carry forward the teachings. I learned it from many Himalayan masters. So long back, around 4000 BC, one master was there who explained in Sanskrit language. There was a text. It says Kunda, Kundalini. So here people always start dreaming, oh, the Kundalini is a 3.5 times coiled, it is like a snake. So if a real snake comes to you, will you entertain him? No. you'll flee, you'll escape. So that is why this master explains that it has come from the word kunda. Kunda is a bowl, like a bowl, rice bowl, any bowl. Huh? What do you eat? Chicken bowl, any bowl. So that bowl is a symbolic expression of this brain, and the brain has a tremendous potential. So when we awaken the dormant potential of the brain, you awaken that power in you. Either I become you or you become me. We have a choice. They have a bigger smile. So that kunda, the inner dormant potential in the brain, when we awaken to that, we awaken to inner peace and happiness. We awaken to tremendous energy. So that journey has been explained from the other perspective. What is that other perspective? Other perspective, that when the mind is totally engaged in survival instinct nowadays, survival. So survival has a tremendous fear. In fear, you can do any damn thing. And mostly we do everything wrong. We have a total negativity in our life. I am a slave to this, a person or a thing or a position or a home, whatever it is. So that is why one tradition of Kundalini is explained as if we have to rise above. We have to struggle very hard. Let me get out of the survival, the fear. And once we get out of the fear, then we have a desire. After we get out of the desire, we have a greed. So all these three movements represents the first three chakras. First three, but without understanding it intellectually first, and then working on these three different negative attributes of the mind, we cannot help awakening that power. But what we do, what I learned from my master, a great master, he says, forget about these, start. Don't think that you have a survival, you have a fear, you have a greed, you have desire. Start working from the top. Let the peace descend down into your whole being. That is why I say, smile. Start with a smile. So you can end with a smile. If you start with a conflict, you'll end with a conflict. Oh no, I did this, there is no change. The mind is already obsessed with those ideas. So it will never change. So there comes the three aspects. What is the first aspect? That this mind must move into a little higher state of awareness. If I'm aware, then I can appreciate what I'm listening. If I'm not aware, with reference to myself, then I don't take everything. It doesn't go inside me. It doesn't go inside me. Then I'm intoxicated. My mind is still thinking of eating the sub, because I get a pleasure. And I'm talking to you, no, you have to replace the pleasure with the peace and happiness. And your mind says, yes. Once you crazy guy, you will stop talking to me, you'll give me a class, I will rush and eat sub. That gives me happiness. So there needs an understanding that the pleasure and the happiness are two different things. So the moment you understand the pleasure, if the sub gives you happiness, then you are stressed. Eat sub. In midnight you have a pain. Eat sub. It gives you happiness. That is how we need to understand. So the first step And this practice will be for first 5 or 7 minutes will be the step of calmness and moving into the state of mindfulness. Then the mind is constantly hesitating, I'll eat sub. For example, you can replace sub with a drink or a sex or anything. Just an example, Yes. Okay. Second.
What happened to the pasta?
Yeah, even the pasta. Pasta is my favorite. So, you see that? It's okay, my friend. So, second part is purification of the mind. The mind should get rid of the constant nagging. It is your mind that is nagging you. Go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. Inside. Even when you are listening to me. It happened. From the back, your mind came forward. Then I said, please, not in the class. Then you put it back. And you can do it with your awareness. So, second part is the purification of the mind. And the third part, the balancing that energy. So what happens? What happens when you purify the mind? The mind is constantly nagging you again and again and again, forcing you towards addiction. Your mind is constantly thinking, even when you are in front of me, then you are not listening to me. It takes the energy out and you feel totally stressed and anxious. You create a hate. The moment you purify the mind, what happens? The energy that was engaged in nagging is released. And you feel good. Because now you have more energy. Third step will be doing what I say, the balancing this energy. The moment you balance this energy, it starts moving upward on its own. And it awakens you. The last part will be that you discover deeper within that inner peace and happiness. So today we are going to work on these 4 steps. Couple of things more, and then you have not to listen to your mind. What is guided meditation? Do you remember? Guided meditation simply means you borrow the mind of a teacher, because the teacher is explaining your state, not teaching you. I don't teach. Why? I don't know it. I am very clear. 2 things. Guided meditation. Borrow the mind of a teacher during the practice only. I will not give my mind after the teaching. I am not bound to. And the second is, keep your mind aside. 2 elements. So your mind says, no, I feel different, I feel changes, I feel crazy, I feel, and then you start saying this. So when a mind continues to complain, because we have to clean that mind. So what you should, don't listen to your mind. So whom to listen? Only during the practice. With all humility. So when during the practice, when you listen, then you change. Then you change. And when you change, then I'm very happy. I'm still happy if you don't change. Because that is your responsibility, not mine. Why should I force? And I'm not a teacher. So I'm okay with it. Because if I'm a teacher, then I will say, just why you are not changing? I gave you the best practice. No, I change the practice every time. Based on your attitude, based on the group, based on the people listening. So let us start our journey by practicing, by understanding, or just follow the practice. So you can sit or lie down. There is no hard and fast rule. Just lie down, my friend. Enjoy that state. Close your eyes. First step. Eyes are closed. Gently, don't squeeze your eyes. Your hands are facing up, facing to the ceiling near the thighs. We are having 3 points in the first step, and it is exactly the mindfulness. Be comfortable. Look at the neck joint. Mind moves at the neck joint. In the first step, you actually do nothing and you do everything. You see that when we follow the entire Eastern wisdom or all meditation practices follows a paradox logic. So when we follow a paradox logic and people do not understand, they say, oh, it is mysticism. It is miracle. My goodness, occultism. Lot of words are used without understanding their meaning. So the first step is being comfortable. Move the mind on the neck joint. You feel the sensation. Yes. And you're comfortable. Not only you're comfortable, you also experience the steadiness. The mind moves to the shoulder joints. Simply feel the sensation. Your mind says you're comfortable, then don't move. Your mind says you're uncomfortable, then you can move and align and adjust your shoulder joint. Done. And that's how you feel comfortable in steadiness. I'm not pushing and forcing you, but I'm asking your mind to experience the comfort at this moment. Move the mind on the hip joint. Feel the sensation, being comfortable. The mind goes to the knee joints. So what happens when it goes to the knee joints? You do nothing. You just feel it. What is that feeling? Are the knee joints comfortable? The mind says yes. Then don't move. When you don't move, you experience the steadiness. How simple it is. Ankle joints. Feel the sensation, being comfortable. The entire body is comfortable. The second point in this, being carefree. And I promise you, once your mind understands what it means by being carefree, that very understanding is the practice. And the very understanding and the practice is an experience. And that experience raises your awareness. What is being carefree? Who cares us? Mind. So it means we have to be free from the cares of the mind. How the mind cares? By thinking unconsciously, mechanically, habitually, going into the past, reacting deeper inside, craziness inside. Now see the example. The traffic noise is coming to our room at this moment. You are carefree from that noise. See that point. What does that mean? Oh, let the noise come and go. I believe you understood. So let the noise in the mind continue. That is your mechanical mind. You're listening to me from a higher mind. So that higher mind, so to say, I'm explaining you to understand that. So when a newcomer comes, I have to go to the basics. So you are listening to me. You are aware of the higher mind. The lower mind is mechanical, habitual. It continues its journey. It's no, I'm to blame. I have a lot of problem. I have this. Let it happen. Don't control it. And if the thoughts are coming, let it come. The way the noises of the traffic is coming and going, let it come and go. That is the way of being carefree and as an experience. Third point is being casual, being natural. Are you ready to inspire yourself? Look deep inside your head and say to yourself, I will discover inner peace and happiness so that all my cravings and addiction and pleasure will transform into inner peace and happiness. Why? Peace and happiness are my essential nature. What it means? You do anything in your life, you cannot undo peace and happiness within you. That is why we are a human being. That is the first step we have done. Now the second step is an active step. We will be doing it for a single minute. What you do, look inside the chest. Look inside the chest and start breathing quick and fast from the chest for 1 minute. Continue. Quick and fast. Do not stop in the middle. Quick and fast. I want to hear the noise, my friends. Don't start thinking of any kind of breath, fire of breath or breath of fire. No. Follow the practice. I like it, Jess. Continue. 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 Quick and a fast breath into the chest. You may feel some changes. Let you feel. Continue. That is why we are doing it. To bring about a change in our experience, accepted by the mind, goes to the brain, changes our behavior. Quick and a fast. Quick and a fast. Quick and a fast. And stop it. No movement. Now look at the head and the neck. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Right arm, sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Move the mind on the left arm and experience the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Look at the chest, the entire rib cage, chest, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Belly, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. The entire spine, relaxation, sensation, and the stillness. Right leg, sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Left leg, sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. The entire body. The more the body settles down with a conscious experience, you start raising your consciousness from the habitual plane to the higher state. But we will experience. If you don't experience, don't say anything to me. Now looking inside the belly. What you look inside the belly, just become aware of the emptiness. And now start breathing quick and fast, long in the hissing breath from the belly. Inhale, the belly goes up. The exhale, the belly drops down. My friends, you all have to do long in the hissing. Yes, this time it is a hissing breath. I like it. Yes, I like it. Continue. You're doing great. The initial training in yoga helps you, but the program is different. You have to follow as it is. Continue, my friends. Continue. Continue. Long in the hissing breath from the belly only. You inhale, the belly goes up. You exhale, the belly drops down. You may start experiencing some sensation inside the head or inside the body. It is okay. Continue, my friends. Continue. Do not stop in the middle. Long in the hissing breath from the belly. I like it and stop it. Do nothing. Again, look at the head and the neck. Feel the sensation, relaxation and the stillness. Look at the right arm. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. What we are doing in the second step, we are releasing the energy from the unconsciousness. Right? Right? The energy that is engaged in the unconscious, mechanical and habitual movement causes the addiction and anxiety, stress and the suffering. When you strip that reason from the energy, how can you have any addiction? You are always free from it. Move the mind on the left arm. Feel the sensation, relaxation and stillness. The chest and the belly, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Right leg, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Left leg, sensation, relaxation and stillness. The entire body, sensation, relaxation and stillness. We are still in the second step. The goal in the second step is to release the energy from the unconsciousness. And a clear and deeper understanding coming from the teachings of the masters, the center inside the belly is the center of the will, determination, action. The inside the heart is the center of emotion and the intention. And the top center inside the forehead is the center of the wisdom. Where is wisdom? You're driving on a highway, on a lane that is meant for it. And if you drive another lane, you lack wisdom. Same thing applies to our life. You drive in another lane where you are not supposed to, you are addicted. Look inside the forehead, into the space, and start breathing long in the hissing, both from the belly and the chest. Belly, chest, inhale, belly, chest, exhale. My friends, it has to be long in the deep. Long in the deep. I like it long in the deep in the hissing sound. I like it. I like it. Continue, continue. We are doing only for a minute, my friends. We are only doing for a minute. We are only doing for a minute. Continue long in the hissing. You will experience a tremendous feeling because we are invoking the center. And if that happens, long deep in the hissing breath and stop it. Look at the head and the neck again and experience the sensation, relaxation and stillness. Right arm sensation, relaxation in the stillness. Even sometime you will have variety of experiences in today's journey that includes the sinking of the body into the floor. You'll feel it. It will not sink. You will experience the body is rising up, numbness and tingling, hot and cold. It is okay. Accept all the experiences. No movement in the body. Move the mind and the right arm. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. You should be a warrior in order to continue this program. If you are a real warrior, the program promises you become a great warrior in your life. Addiction will be the thing of the past. Right leg. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. Left leg. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. The entire body. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. Now take a deep, silent and slow breathing. The third step begins, balancing the energy. While breathing out, make the humming sound louder, deeper, longer. I like it, Jess. I love you. Continue the journey. Long, deep. Continue the journey. Continue. Continue. Louder, deeper and longer. Stop it, doing nothing outside. We are moving into the next step. Look inside the forehead in the space. The sound or the mantra of the wisdom, awakening the wisdom, is aim. So what we are going to do, the breath is normal. You may experience a very deep sleep. It happens. We have to get rid of that unconsciousness, but it is okay. But maintain the sensation, maintain the total stillness in the body. You may get some jerks, and don't worry about it. It is a release. A lot of things are going to happen, but don't worry. you're in safe hands. The next step, looking deep inside the forehead and in the space, in the emptiness, and the sound is aim. So what you're going to do, you may get a lot of jerks. It happens because you will be able to release those unconscious movements. So looking deep inside the forehead, mentally hammer the forehead inside with the sound of aim, aim, aim. Mentally it should sound like aim, 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 mentally, not outside. Hammer it. Why I use the word hammer? You hammer the nail in the wall, then what happens? Every time the nail pierces, goes inside. We are pushing the mind. First go inside. Don't think of the piece and just create an imagination. Go inside. Go inside. Go inside. That is the way. Aim, 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 aim. With normal breath. Breath is normal. You're not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. You're not changing the position of the body. And sudden experience and upsurge of the energy you may be feeling. It's okay. Continue. We're just doing a very beginner's program today. But as you know that I customize the program based on the group, the people that I receive, understanding them to help them. Now look inside the chest, the heart. The second mantra of the pure emotion in the love is Reem. So looking inside the heart, in the space, and hammer it. Reem, 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 reem. Breath is normal. Body is in the state of the stillness. What you did? You bypassed the body and the breath. Though how? You park the car outside, so you park the body. You're not worried about the car. You're not worried about the body. What it means, the mind is living within. The mind that is living within is living in a higher state. And in that state you're hammering. Where is that hammering? Sound is reem, 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 reem. Continue. Reem, 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 reem. Mental reem. You may experience a total numbness and a freezing of the body. Be with it. You're in safe hands. All my practices are 200% safe, provided you follow it. Normal unconscious pattern, you may get a sound sleep. It is good in the beginning, no worries. Now, my friend, look inside the belly button, deep inside. Hear the sound. The mantra is clean. Looking inside, breath is normal, body is still. Start hammering. What? Gleam, 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 gleam. Mentally. Mentally you're hammering, clean, clean, clean. Because if you do it physically, the mind will remain outside. We want to move the mind inside to bring about a change in every session. Let us see what happens. And now drop that hammering, go back to the center inside the head, no movement in the body at all. Now look at the breath. The moment the breath goes in, drop gently the mantra Aim. Breath returns, Aim. Goes in, Aim. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. If the mind changes the rate and the rhythm of the breath, it goes back to the same habit, mechanical habit. It is that mechanical movement where we have the impressions of addiction. I believe you guys can do such a small thing. What? Don't change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Keep the body as it is. Watch the breath going in. The moment the breath goes in, look inside the forehead and drop the mantra Aim. Breath returns, drop the mantra Aim. Today we will pick up only this sound, this mantra, the power of knowledge. You all know power of knowledge is power. We also say in Eastern wisdom, when Master says knowledge is that power, what it does, it liberates you from all suffering, pain. And where it takes you? To the kingdom of the peace and happiness, love and the wisdom. You are not the body. The way you are not the car. Car is parked outside, so body is parked outside. You are not the breath. You are not changing the breath. You are simply aware of the breath going in and you drop Aim. Breath coming out, you drop Aim. Simple. Sorry. Now the next minute you do nothing. You are not there. That's why you do nothing. That very you in you, that blames, that complains, that reacts, that derides pleasure, that you is not there. That is the meaning of you are doing nothing. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Let everyone be happy. Sarve santu niramaya. Let everyone be healthy. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Let everyone be blessed. Ma kasched dukha bhag bhaved. Let none suffer from misery in this world. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand. Bring your awareness on the left hand. We don't rub our hands because the mind jumps outside very fast. And any time when the mind jumps very fast, it puts you into the same mechanical routine. That is why gently bring your mind on the right palm. Feel the sensation. Mind goes to the left palm. Feel the sensation. Gently lift both the palms and place it on your eyes. Slowly, and when you put both your palms on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. Now sit up. We will share what we have done. What is your experience? Gone. How are you, my friend? From India?
Sir, I enjoyed it very much. बहुत मजा आया.
Oh, very good. Very good.
सर जब थर्ड स्टेप में आया था ऐसा लगा जैसे बस मजा आ गया.
Very good. He is saying that I was in peace and happiness. Wonderful. How are you?
I'm ready for the day.
Ready. I could see your face. Yes.
I'm ready to do what needs to be done.
Peace and calm. Yes, I could see. How are you, Jess?
I feel good.
Feel good? Because we both are good. We have to feel good. That's good. I could see your eyes a little now. Inside, withdrawn inside. This also has come up. Otherwise, it was down. Yes, but this is only the first practice. Every week, I customize the practices. And if you can tolerate me for 2 hours, 8 to 9, we talk. So we talk about the recovery steps coming from the Eastern wisdom. And you have to close your Chinmay, you have to close your speaker. So the greatest principle of the Eastern wisdom is that we are potentially, our true nature is of the nature of peace, happiness, love, wisdom. And if it is true that we prove by regular practice and experience, if it is true, where comes the need for addiction? If I'm in peace and happiness, I should not run after anything. So simple. So we lose that track in other programs. The other program says, go there, you will be free. Believe here, you will be free. Hope for, you will be free. Here we pick up a very strong and a single step. Were you free from all addiction when you were born? What addiction you had? A small baby, mom was feeding you. What addiction you had? No addiction. When you have a deep sleep, what addiction you had? In every time you sleep? No. Only 2 examples. There are hundreds of their examples that we live in that freedom. But what happens? The mechanical mind says, no, I'm addicted. So when I say I'm addicted, so I have to be addicted.
So when I was little,
I
lived
Goddess, my goddess, how are you?
tired.
Tired is feeling sleepy. Yeah? Yes. That is relaxed, and that's why the mind is going, and you had lot of jerks.
I always do that.
Please, you have to continue. So once that unconscious pattern will break, and you're doing the practice consciously, and you consciously experience that release of those jerks, the past impression will be released. It will take some time, but it's happening. Yes, sir, let me complete what you're saying, then I will.
So when I was little, when we were all little, our basic common state was happiness. We were happy, and then
I like it.
occasionally things would happen, or people, the outside, would make us unhappy. And now it's completely flipped, because now I have to. Now I look to people and look to things for that happiness, because I started labeling things and identifying things and attaching meaning to all the things.
Yeah.
Instead of just.
You're right. That is the point where the Eastern wisdom only says that our true nature is peace and happiness. We make ourselves unfortunate by craving for pleasure outside. Pleasure is important, but we have to, that's what we talked today. The pleasure has to be replaced with the happiness that lies inside. When I'm in the state of happiness all the time, that is my true nature. And that is known as an awakening. During the time of the Buddha, people were more concerned about rituals, ceremonies. The tantric discipline was prevalent. So he used the term emptiness. He is one of the many masters of the Eastern wisdom. Another master just before that, Ashtavakra, he says, you are full of peace and happiness, come on. Replace pleasure from pleasure to happiness. Another master later, after Buddha, in the 7th century, he says there is only one existence, one truth, only the essence of the wisdom is deeper inside you. Discover that. So there are many words expressed. 4,000 years back, they said you have a tremendous energy that is hidden behind the mind, unconscious mind. Explore that and explode that energy. You'll be in peace and happiness.
No.
Yeah, good. I like it. There are only two ways, Either I become you or you become me.